This video is going to show you how to get the parenthetical citation that you need for each one of your citations. The parenthetical piece is what's going to go into the body of your paper itself each time you need to cite which one of these sources you are using, so that anyone reading your paper will know when they see the different parenthetical citations which one of your sources that information came from. I've been playing around with a couple different ways to do this so that it is the easiest for you to then have the parenthetical ready to copy and paste right into the body of your article, the body of your paper as you're typing. There's certainly many different ways that you can do this, but this is what I am going to suggest. So the format is obviously the same for getting the parenthetical from each one of your citations. We're using the MLA 9th edition format as we have for the entirety of this research project. So the parenthetical citation is whatever comes first before the period in your individual citations here. So, for example, in this first one, the first thing listed is not an author for the work overview, but it is the title of the short story. So that's what comes before the period, before the first period in the citation. The second part, what comes before the period in the citation, is Ernest Hemingway's name. Now, in this case, when you do have an author to reference, you will simply use the last name of the author. So whatever is first in your works cited, so that when a person comes to your works cited list and you've referenced Hemingway, they can simply look down at the part of the citation that is over to the left and quickly, easily find, oh, here is the source of where that information came from. So what I am going to suggest that we do is I'm going to highlight the first part of the citation here, and I'm going to add a comment. In the comment is where I'm going to put the parenthetical citation for each one of these citations, so that when you are writing and you need to cite, you can simply come over to the comment and copy and paste it right into what you are writing. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. But for now, I'm going to put my parenthesis here. I'm going to put my quote because this is the title of a short story. It is going to have quotation marks around it still. For Hemingway, when we get down to that one, you're not going to do quotation marks because that is his name. But for this very first one, we do need to keep the quotation marks. So I'm going to do a clean, well-lighted place. I am not going to put a period in the parenthetical citation, but I am going to close my quotation mark and then close my parenthesis. So again, the parenthetical citation that we need for this very first entry in our works cited is going to be quotation mark, the title of the short story, no period, and the end quotation mark. And all of that goes in parentheses, obviously, for parenthetical citation. Okay, I'm going to hit comment here. And now I will know when I am typing away up here in the body of my paper, when I need to cite that something came from this work overview, I can simply come over here, highlight, copy, and paste in the parenthetical that I need. Now make sure that you are following the proper formats here of whether or not this needs to come before or after the period in your sentence. Mrs. McCaffrey has gone over those pieces with you, but you're certainly welcome to come down and check in with us and we can help you out with those pieces too. But for now, I'm just going to paste this one in as an example. You'll see that it did change the font on me, but we will address that momentarily. So for now, I'm going to bring this back to Times New Roman 12 to continue the rest of my typing. And we'll come back and clean this up later on. Okay, next I'm going to go to my Hemingway entry. I'm going to highlight here, comment, and then over in the comment, I will put my opening parenthesis. It'll be Hemingway, close parenthesis, and comment. So then once again, as I am going along, typing my paper, whatever you're saying here. Oh, it changed the font on me again. We'll get to the font in a second. In the story, whatever we're writing here, and then we will paste in our, oops, copied the wrong one, sorry. We'll paste in our parenthetical for this citation again. Okay, one note on parenthetical citations. Normally, if it were a book you were citing or something that had page numbers to reference, you would also include a comma here as part of the parenthetical citation and the page number that you found your information on. But since both of our sources are from web pages and there are not page numbers, we only need these parts for the parenthetical citation. So for this first one, it's the title, and the next one, it's just Hemingway. And of note, of importance, the entirety of your research paper needs to be in Times New Roman 12 for MLA. My suggestion would be to type and then at the end or towards the end, do an edit, select all, which I did with the shortcut here, but you can come here, edit, select all, Times New Roman, font 12. And also, I would just ensure that everything here is black for the text color, because I think when these got pasted in, they may have been a gray of some sort instead of black. So if you go ahead and just do your typing and your copying and pasting of the parenthetical here, and then you just ensure at the end that you edit, select all, Times New Roman 12, and ensure your font color is all black. And then after you do that, come back down into your works cited, come over here to those comments and just check them off. They will go away, and now your works cited is back to being clean, no more comments, and you're ready to submit your paper. Please do remember to stop down and see us if you have any questions or if there's anything else that we can help you out with.